Huh? Huh? Huh?
Hey now, and welcome down to KC Toy Reviews. We are here today with Hasbro's Marvel Legends Fantastic Four Retro Series The Thing. Now, with rumblings of a Fantastic Four possible reboot, maybe even Fantastic Four cameos in the new Doctor Strange movie, what better of a time for us to get the thing right in front of us and do what we always do, dive right in. Alright, so they've done a fantastic job with this one. One thing I'm a little bit disappointed in regards to the shading on this guy in previous versions of the thing, by Hasbro. A lot of shading was in between kind of the cracks in the stone, so it was a shadow shading-ish that went through, and it gave it kind of an extra depth and layer, so a little bit disappointed with this one that they didn't go that route. Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic details. We have little scratches, weathering. There is kind of a gradient to the color as it goes through. We have some brighter oranges, some darker oranges, so there's a fantastic color scheme, but I've seen several versions of the thing out there that, again, had kind of a shading in between all the stones, and it just gave it an extra kind of pop, having that shadow shading in there. So a little disappointed that they didn't go that route. So he does have some pretty great articulation, given the size of him, and I'll put him real quickly next to another legend at the end just to show how big this guy is. But we do have kind of a nice ball joint, so you have a nice twist and a peg again in the hand here, so it goes up and down. These hands are swap-outable, so I can swap out that hand. Did that make sense what I said? Swap-outable? I'm not sure. You can swap them in and out. How about that? You do have this fist. Oh, Jesus Christ. You have the fist that we can have here, so we have this. We have this style hand. I think this hand is really, really cool. While we were about to show the head that we can swap out as well, it's just kind of neat hand that you do have here. And while we're on the topic, you do have the two head pieces, but man, that one's just so bad. I'm just kind of confused. Like he's going like, Durr! Really confused at that head sculpt that they went with there. But this one here, that's the Ben Grimm / thing that I know, so I was pretty excited to have, that head sculpt as an option. With that being said, there are some good range that I can get with the head. So pretty good there. His mid-range, not too much, in the mid-range, but it does have some flexibility. And if we go down to the legs, pretty cool for the size of him. He does have double-jointed legs, so those things are going to be, wide range of motion, so you can get some pretty cool shots with this guy. Not too much at the ankle there. And then you do have a little bit of a twist in the leg there. And then, of course, they are on a ball joint, so this guy can literally do a split. So there's some pretty fantastic range, depending on what you're doing with this guy. And there we have kind of the massive scale of this guy in comparison to Captain Marvel here. I had a Thing toy back when I was a kid, back in the 90s. Very similar to this guy, actually. Way better articulation on this guy. Paint scheme, obviously everything is tenfold. But it really does just kind of bring me back to the nostalgia of that old line that they had put out, some 20 years ago or so. So very excited to see this guy in front of us. The massive scale stands up really well next to the other guys and has a really great presence. And as a fan of the Thing, I'd say that they did a great job with it. And there we have it today for the Marvel Legends Retro Series Thing. Fantastic job with the packaging, little bio on the back, shows the lineup. Brings me back to my childhood, really a nostalgic feeling. They did a fantastic job. I love the Legends packaging, the normal packaging. However, excited, that sometimes we can get a little bit, some variations and alterations to that normal packaging. So kudos to what they pulled off there. Could have used a little bit of extra shading in this guy, but what I do have in front of me for the price point, for the articulation, and a fantastic character within Ben Grimm, the Thing, can't complain too much. So as always, we're going to slap a score on this thing. KC Toys, what comes to heart? An 8.7 out of 10. This guy's great. He would have been a 9.2 if there was shading between all those little cracks and crevices. Everywhere. Even his butt cheek crevice. There should have been shading everywhere. But nonetheless, 8.7 out of 10. KC Toys. Retro Series Thing. Signing off. See you guys next time.